Hello guys, Jayanam here with the next part of high poly to low poly texturing with Blender, and in this one I want to show you how to use the curvature map that we baked as a kind of mask for the albedo map. So the first thing we need is an albedo map, a texture for the base color, and we can get it from textures.com for free. It is this one. It also has a normal map and roughness, but I'm just interested in the albedo map for the stone. You can download it here as 2K image, for example, even as 4K, without spending any credits. I used the 2K version and then I switched to Blender. In the previous part we added the curvature to the base color, but I will change this now. I will add the albedo map that we just downloaded to the base color slot. So let's go ahead and add a new image texture node, and for this I'm going to open the 2K albedo image. And when you connect it now to the base color, you can already see it on the low poly mesh because it is UV unwrapped. And this looks quite nice because we have the normals and the stone texture combined. But what I want to do now is I want to use the curvature that we baked to bring out the edges of the high poly mesh in a lighter tone to kind of mix it or lay it over the base color. So first I add a mix RGB node and bring it between the albedo image texture node and the base color input. Okay, now we have a gray overlay, and what I do now is I will use the curvature as a factor for this mix RGB node. First I set it to non-color data, and then I connect it to the factor. Okay, still there's too much gray in it. The values of the curvature map are too light. Now we have to make the dark gray parts even darker to be able to use it as a kind of mask. For this we just add a color ramp node and then bring in more black by pulling the slider to the right, and then you can already see how the light parts, the curvature, come out. And you can control it, the thickness of the edges, by using the sliders of the color ramp. And if you want to see how the pure curvature map looks like after adding the color ramp, you can just connect it to the surface of the material output. And here we have it. You see the contrast is quite high, but you can control the intensity by changing the values of the color ramp. Alright, let's connect the principled shader again to the material output node. Looks pretty good, and another way to modify the edges is by changing the color of the mix RGB node. Just set it to a darker or a lighter tone. Okay guys, this was a very short one. Anyway, I hope you found it useful. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and follow me on my Instagram, Facebook or Twitter. If you have any questions, add these to the comments below. And I'll see you guys in the next one here on Jayanam.